Right then, here we go. Part 2 of the mini blast that started yesterday. This is the part 2. Well, a lot on. I haven't had time to do much today, but it's now 3 AM in the morning, Thursday. So I'm going to do part 2. This is a video prior to the Kell Brook Golovkin fight. Listen to this.
Fully hydrated, full of food and belly full of food and energized.
Has it been a less stressful camp for you not having to make 147?
It's been a lot less stressful, a lot less, because when I'm working 147, I'll have something to eat, I'll jump on the scales, I'll have something to drink, I'll jump on, I'll go to the toilet, drink, it's like, I'm stressing myself out for weeks. Am I going to make 147? I'm stressing myself. Can't sleep because I'm that hungry, and this, I've been a joy to train. I've been coming with, every single day with a good night's sleep in me and ready to hit every training session 100%. I've done everything and more what my coaches have been asking from me, and I'm just looking forward to being 100% in this fight. Coming in not drained, not after taking a lot of weight off to make 147, coming in at 160 strong, healthy, ready.
When I spoke to Gennady Golovkin yesterday and asked him whether this fight's unlikely to go 12 rounds, he said that he wants to have a street fight with you in the ring. What did you make of that?
That's his fight. That's his fight. Him wanting to have a street fight with me. There's no secret. He's a big puncher. I'm not interested in what he wants to do. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I've told you that. I'm going to concentrate on what I need to do. Get the jab off first. Have a little walk when I want to walk. Use my mind, my boxing skill. And you're gonna see that I'm not a small guy. You're gonna see that me and him are similar size. He might be a bigger puncher than me. He might not. We're gonna see how we sat there. I've definitely got venom in both hands.
His trainer, Abel Sanchez, believes that this will come down to skill set rather than power. What do you think about that?
I think so. You're gonna see that the pedigree. We know that he won everything in the amateurs. But we're under the brightest lights now. And we're men. We're not amateurs. We're professionals. We've got round after round. It's gonna come down to like Leonard Hagler, using your feet, smart, sharp, fighting when you need to fight. We're gonna see it all in this fight.
Prince Nassim Hamid, who is here today, says that he feels you will stop him in the 11th round. That's his feeling.
That's his feeling. And you know what he did today. A lot of people listen to what he needs to say. When I walked into the gym, he was a man.
Prince Nassim Hamid says Kell Brook's going to stop Golovkin in 11th round. That's the same Prince Nassim Hamid who everybody's got the tongue stuck up his arsehole because he spoke out against Chris Eubank. Now that's a case of what we've got in boxing all the time. People sticking up for the mates. How can Prince Nassim be a top pundit if he's saying that? That's like saying Bury are going to beat Man United in Cup, innit? Eh? What do you think to that? That's the mates sticking up for the mates. This is what's wrong with boxing.
Prince Nassim, and he knows boxing. He knows. He sat down with me, not too long ago. I looked him in the eyes. I looked at him, and I told him, I've stared death in the face. This is this boxing thing. They build these fighters up, and there's all this hype there. Forget all the hype. He's a man like me. Is he built like me? Is he determined? Is he meant to be like me? Does he use the secret like me? Let's see. We'll see. All I know is I'm willing to go through whatever I need to win. And my record shows I like to win. I'm here to rip them titles away from him.
Just fine.
Right, he's prepared to go through what he's prepared to go through to win, right? Corner fruit toweling. I think that's just about sums it up. Let's go back to the other one. There you go. Which one were it now? Kell, Brook? What, Rabchenko, wasn't it? Rabchenko. Here we go.
Protect your little...
Right, here we go.
My bum was going. So he was up for it and he couldn't handle the power, and I don't believe anyone can.
Right, Eddie Hearn now saying nobody can handle the power of Kell Brook at £154. Now Kell Brook's just knocked out his sparring partner that he's had years, Rabchenko. So he knew him inside out. He's trained with him, he's been in camp with him, he's had meals with him, he knows him inside out. Dominic recommended him to fight Kell at 154, right? Kell's been bashing that kid up for years. And they're saying nobody can handle the power. This is Eddie Hearn, listen to this. Listen to this. This is what you're up against.
My bum was going. So he was up for it and he couldn't handle the power, and I don't believe anyone can. You speak to anyone who spars with Kell Brook when he's 11-6, 11-7. Everybody, super middleweights, talking about the strength and power of Kell Brook, and I just believe at welterweight you couldn't see it. And tonight you saw him take out a big light middleweight who was really up for it, and it showed that Rabchenko's world level, but he's not elite level. But what Kell done to him just shows him that he's 100% elite level.
How is Rabchenko world level? Right, Rabchenko, right. Think about it. How is Rabchenko world level? What has he ever done to be world level? Sergey Rabchenko. Who has he beat to be world ranked? World level. What the fucking hell does world level mean, Eddie? What does it mean, world level? Is it Paul Smith fighting 6 world level guys? 6 former champions and getting beat against them? Does that mean you're world level because you're getting fight against them? Does it fuck? Get a grip, Eddie.
And really the key, my job for Kell Brook is 1, to keep him motivated, which will in turn keep him happy, and 3, provide him the biggest fights possible. He didn't get the best out of what he could have at welterweight, but he also hasn't had the best out of his career that he should have done, bearing in mind his talent. So we've got to get it, because otherwise we'll regret it. And what tonight shows is there's so much more to come.
Right, Rabchenko's ranked 52 on BoxRec, but according to Eddie Hearn, he's world level. Get a grip, Eddie.
If he would have come in tonight and his timing was off and he was taking shots, but it wasn't. It was like one of the best performances that I've seen from Kell Brook tonight.
What do you think Amir Khan would have made of performance tonight?
Well, I think that, I think Amir knows how good Kell Brook is. Kell Brook's answered the questions. He's had 2 defeats, 2 injuries, and come back with a performance like that. Amir Khan got knocked out 2 years ago. He's had 2 years out of the ring, and he returns on April 21st. So we've got to see how he looks.
Rabchenko's best win is Ryan Rhodes. That's his best win, Ryan Rhodes, for European title 2012. Ryan Rhodes would have butchered him in his heyday. He would have butchered him, let me tell you. Ultimate butchery it would have been. Butchery. But he got Ryan Rhodes when it was Ryan's last fight. So Rabchenko is not fucking world level. He was European level when he fought Ryan Rhodes in 2012. Do you know what I mean? He got beat by Mundane in 2014. He'd had 6 losses when his 53rd fight. So he is not world level, Eddie. What do you class as world level? To me, world level's world champion, or a former world champion who's challenging again. That's world level. Just because you're getting top 15, it don't mean you're world level. You're off your head, Eddie, with this world level bullshit.
I'm hoping he looks great. I think Kell's hoping he looks great, because the fight becomes bigger and bigger. But I'm sure Amir was watching tonight. Kell will be in Liverpool for the Khan fight. And it remains, my job for both guys is to provide the biggest fights out there, and I feel like that fight is the biggest fight out there, both of them. And I just feel that one day, if we don't make that fight.
Rabchenko fights a guy next called Liev, Ismail Liev, 10-0 and a draw, and he's ranked 38 in world. and he's got 3 stoppages at his 10 wins, 27% KO ratio. He fights Rabchenko next, and but Eddie says he's world fucking level. Get a fucking grip with your hype, Eddie. You're full of shit.
Right, we'll look back and think everyone will. But the fight's not as big if they're not firing on all cylinders. So Kell's shown he's 100% firing on all cylinders. Amir's got a showdown on April 21st, and then we move on. But my ultimate mindset at the moment is get another day for Kell Brook, because I think this is one of the first times where he says, I'm straight back in the gym, that I actually believe in.
He also wants to be a two-way world champion. What's the pathway like to achieve that?
Yeah, we want to be two-way world champion, but also we want to be in the big fights. And if they don't materialise in terms of world championship fights, then we have to look at other fights. But you've got Saddam Ali, the WBO champion. Looks like he could be fighting Liam Smith. You've got Charlo, WBC champion, he's a good fighter. You've got Lara, who's unifying against Hurd. So it's a very, very difficult division. But I've always believed Kell Brook can beat all those guys. And he beat Errol Spence at 154 pounds, no question. The only reason he couldn't beat Errol Spence is because of what he had to do to make 147 pounds.
Well, there you go, right. He couldn't beat Errol Spence because he had to make 147 pounds. So they're putting Kell Brook back in at 147 pounds against Amir Khan. If they can make it, Eddie's willing to put Kell Brook basically in danger. He's saying here he couldn't do anything at 147 against the top guys. But for a pound note, they'll put him back in at 147. This is what you're up against. Look at Kell Brook. So now he's looking to the floor there. Look, he knows he didn't want to go back to 147 again, but he also knows, look, he knows he's got to do if he wants that Khan fight.
And now people make out that Errol Spence is the second coming of Sugar Ray Leonard. He's not. Kell's better fighter than Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a very good fighter, but at welterweight he can't do it. You know, he feels as though he can make welterweight, but honestly, I truly believe this is the way. And you know, the problems might come in the Khan fight where he wants it at 147. Khan's next fight's at 150, so we'll have to see how it ends up. But that's a decision for Kell and Dom. My decision to put the deals in front of them. But I just feel that 154 is going to be very difficult to beat.
Dom, thoughts on that?
I think, you know, getting back to still thinking about it, you know, the difference I noticed tonight when Kell was warming up, he just got the energy and the power. Where when he makes 147 with the IBF, he can only put 10 pounds on until 9 o'clock the next morning, and that's a massive thing in your mind. You can't eat too much at night time, you don't sleep well, there's all these things. But tonight you could just tell, because he didn't have that, you know, restriction. He comes in at his normal fight weight. You know, he probably just came in under, I think, what is tonight, 11-12? Yeah, about 11-12, which is what he used to get back to a welterweight. But you know, you've got a more even time frame to do it in. You're not restricting yourself in the morning. You've got to eat it the rest of the day. And you could tell he just got the energy in the changing room. Where after a couple of shots, he's blowing a little bit, and you could see him thinking, "I'm going to have the energy to get through this fight." But today, he was flowing. I was saying to everybody, he's punching hard. Everybody's a bit concerned, is he still punching as hard? But you know, you could tell he just got that energy about him. He'd have a blast. And you know, the only time really I'd seen him like that, you know, was when he actually boxed Sean Porter in America, because he'd been through a long camp. He'd had a good training camp for a long time, and he came down his weight gradually, and you know, everything was perfect. And tonight, you know, you could just feel the power in him. And I didn't actually expect. I said, you know, this is going to be maybe an 8 or 9 round job for you, Kell. Give him 2 or 3 rounds, get your adjustments, and then start looking for the shots. But I said, unless you see that opening, and I said to him, you know, the uppercuts are going to work with this kid, because he'd obviously sparred this guy. And you know, Kell wasn't 100% fit, he wasn't 100% fit, but the shots seemed to be working. You know, Rabchenko's got a tight guard, and he's got a long reach, but Kell just managed to sneak inside with that uppercut, boom, clipped him. And you know, Kell, you could see the power coming through all the way through the wall in the changing room. He looked good. Good performance. He's only lost twice, Rabchenko. People were saying, you know, it's probably, you know, a bit of a tough fight for a comeback. But you need that tough fight as a comeback. You know, you've got to have a bit of fear in you. And the way he's trained, being away over Christmas, New Year, on training camp, you can see the competitive edge. You know, you see fighters when they're coming to the end of their career, like you could see Eddie looking at the guys, he's going to come out, he's going to get tripped and shying away from shots, but he didn't. And, you know, if you see the competitive edge we call with bike riding, swimming, running, sparring, and you watch him in training, when you're losing, you don't have that. You're like, I can do that another day. But Kell Brook doesn't do it another day, he does it on that day, he puts everything in. So, you know, tonight, he's put the time in over Christmas and the New Year, and tonight it's come to fruition.
Cal, you said you've been in a dark place not so long ago, I mean, you said Christmas after the fight. Just how much better off are you now than where you were then? What's the big difference between the two?
Start for living and being around good people and endorphins off training and eating well, drinking well, and being around positive people. You know, you see it every day. You get an improvement every day. So, you know, everyone will go down to them dark places and stands took into them dark places. So, back to winning ways. You know, you learn a lot about yourself, and I feel good. I feel great.
Cal, what do you think the big difference is between welterweight and super welter?
£7.
Well, that is better now.
Eddie Hearn trying to make a joke on it there, £7. Yeah, listen, Eddie. They know that this kid here struggles at 147, right? Struggles. They're not bothered about Kell. Look, they're all laughing and joking here. Look, all three of them, all laughing and joking here, but it's not them in ring, is it? It's Kell in ring, who I feel sorry for. They've ruined, these lot here have ruined probably the greatest welterweight we've probably could have ever had. That's my opinion, I'm entitled to it. He could have been our Terry Norris. You know, I know Terry Norris would have fought at a light middle one or something, but trust me, Kell Brook could have been dominant and gone on for years and years. Yeah, I'm telling you, he was that good at welterweight, but you know, these ruined him with Triple G fight and then Spence fight. That's my opinion anyway, for pound notes.
Exactly that. It is that, and £7. I don't need to take that off. And it's all been there.
You saw the pictures we looked at yesterday from the Spence Wayne to the Wayne
like
yesterday.
drowned rat.
Yeah, it's just.
They're saying now he looked like a drowned rat at 147, but yet they're all going to coax him into it with a nutritionist, Greg Marriott. Oh, do me a favour, please. They're putting the kid in danger, ruining him for money. The people around him should be ashamed of themselves. Sooner or later, somebody's going to get hurt with this matchmaking. Bad matchmaking, suicidal matchmaking. That's my opinion.
Does that extra £7 give you as a boxer, do you think?
It's mentally, it's there. It's not taking it out of your body. It's not taking it out of your body. You know, when you're already lean as can be, and then you've got to take another £7 off, and you get to 30, 31. You'll probably get away with it when you're in your 20s, but you know, it's so much of a struggle. It's with a £10 of it, you can't really, you know, get the stuff back you need, get the flow, get the
Calories and energy back in.
So it's a big difference.
And what do you think is possible for you now at this stage of your career in the next couple of years?
I mean, for the start, I think I'm going to go out and win another world title. It seems to perform like this every time.
Have you got a message for Amir Khan?
I've got no message for him. You know, just enjoy his training and make sure he get his wins. You know, that's how the fights with me and him are going to happen. We've both got to keep winning. And it's been a natural.
Right, that's basically it really. I don't really want to fucking put any more of this shit on here. Basically what it is, you've got a load of people coaching a young kid into fighting. Weight is not comfortable at. It's obvious he's not comfortable at the weight, Kell Brook, and that's basically it really. That's Kell Brook there at 147 there. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. That's just before he quit. Now that to me is a kid who was dominating the fight, and then the weight issue kicked in, didn't it? Now we all know the IBF, you can only put £10 on up to 9 o'clock the next morning. That's why Andre Ward never fought Lucien Boutte. Now that fight was supposed to be a done deal after the Super 6. They even had posters made up and they were looking at venues, but Ward didn't want the IBF belt on the line. He wanted no IBF. He just wanted the WBC and the WBA on the line. No IBF. They were still going to pay the IBF, the sanctioning fees. They didn't want the IBF ruling on it. Do you know why? Because you can only put £10 on. And that's why Carl Froch was such a force at £168. He got in ring at 171, 172. All the other guys, like Groves and them, were all getting in the ring at 182, 181, 183. Do you know what I mean? Now Carl Froch got the advantage. He didn't walk around a big man. Ward's a big man. Ward were a light heavyweight, 178 in the Olympics. Now, big difference to IBF rule. Andre Ward didn't want it against Butane, he didn't want it against Ward. He didn't want it against Froch because of the IBF rule. Now, I can understand Kell Brook, it might be a little bit different for him this time at 147, but come on. It's clutching at straws after what we've just heard, isn't it? They're looking for something to hold on to say, well, if we fight at 147 and then there's no belt on line, we can put as much food down ourselves as we want in the next 36 hours till fight. But I don't think it's going to make much difference myself. I think it's more mental. I think Kell Brook struggles to make 147, but he's made it because he's pretty regimented, he's disciplined. Dominic Ingle does know a bit about nutrition. So does Greg Marriott. They know the onions up there. If you want to buy a chocolate on a night time and you're in one of Dominic's flats up there, you'll get a stick of salary. They're very disciplined. Look what they've done to Billy Joe Saunders. They've turned his career around, haven't they? It's a mindset and it's a lifestyle choice. But look at Kell Brook's face there. Look at that. What's that tell you there? Look at his face there. That's a man who's had it beaten out of him, and that's probably because of the weight. He's a tough kid, Kell Brook. Very, very, very tough kid. But, in my opinion, he just didn't want it. Now, you can see him here against Carson Jones. Look at him against Carson Jones there. Carson Jones, he's no great shakes, is he? But look, he gave Kell what for? He broke his nose, didn't he? He nearly come up unstuck that night. I thought he won by a round that night. But he nearly come unstuck that night. There's telltale signs were there then. When that were eliminated before he fought Porter. So the telltale signs were there at 147. And he should really be a 154 guy. But, as I've said to you before, Eddie Hearn rules the roost, doesn't he? There you go. Here's another one here. Triple G fight. Look, he had some fist off Triple G there and didn't like it. The towel came in. I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with it whatsoever. He looks pretty healthy there at 160 against Golovkin. Very, very healthy. He's a specimen of a fighter, I'll say that for him. But if you look at him on the other pictures, this one here is the Errol Spence one, £13 less. Look at his face there. We ought to change his name to Scully, didn't we? Turning the town red. Proper pinhead on him, proper pinhead. But that's boxing, innit? That's boxing. Eddie Hearn's calling the shots, innit? If Amir Khan and him are going to fight, it's going to be 147. Now, whether they fight or not, I don't know. I think it'll happen. I think Amir Khan wants the Pacquiao fight, and I think he wants the Brook fight after. But Adam Smith, he's running around saying they're going to get 2 fights out of the Khan fight. Well, it remains to be seen, but you can see the difference here. Look at Kell Brook there on the left, £147. And look at Kell Brook there, £160. Big difference, isn't there? Look at the body shapes there. Big, big difference. But I sometimes wonder what's going on with this saga, because that's what it is, isn't it? It's a fucking saga. But I'm just going to tell you a few little stats here about Kell Brook's career. Kell Brook, this is from one of my mates who sent this in Dale. Kell Brook only boxed one opponent with a winning record in his first 4 years and 16 fights as a professional. So basically, when he was with old Fish Eyes Frank, he was fighting guys who had losing records. He's only ever beat one top 10 guy, right? In his whole career, he's only beat one top 10 box rate guy, and that's Sean Porter. He ducked in Bradley when he was his mandatory. I'm not going to go into it with all other fights that he's pulled out of. We know all them, don't we? There's a list as long as your arm. Constantly moaned about making weight. Yeah, he'd gone up £13 to fight Golovkin. Went up £13, but he's always going on about weight. Now I don't think it's Kell, I think it's the people around him that are the problem. And now you've got him there with begging bowl, haven't you, for Amir Khan? I'll go back down to 147. So he's gone up to 160. Now he's on about going back £7 to 147. Now he defended his world title against Jojo Dan, and Kevin Bizier lost twice to Jojo Dan, and then he fought Kevin Bizier, Frankie Gavin, right? He's top 3 Sky pay-per-views, the same as Carl Froch, but is he worthy of having 3 pay-per-views like Froch? Look at Froch's CV. There could be another 8 or 9 pay-per-views on his CV. I think Kell's now begging for a cash out, and Dale Nichols who sent me this and he agrees. This will be his 4th pay-per-view. 4th pay-per-view, and he's only beat 1 top 10 guy. 4th pay-per-view. It's a fucking disgrace. It's like Bellew. Who's Tony Bellew beat? He's fought 1 top 10 guy, hasn't he? 1 top 10 guy. And got beat. No, 2 top 10 guys and got beat. Cleverly and Stevenson. Got beat by them both. And when he fought Cleverly at cruiserweight, Cleverly wasn't a top 10 guy. So basically, Bellew's not beat a top 10 guy in world boxing. Not beat a top 10 guy. And Kell's beat 1, but yet they're looking for the 4th pay-per-view. It's a fucking disgrace. It's a disgrace. Kell Brook will take 35%. 35% he'll take to fight Amir Khan. But like I said, I just think it's a total and utter disgrace. Johnny Nelson and Eddie Hearn have been wheeled out on IFL this week. Fucking hell, trying to push the issue. Then you've got Spencer fucking Fearon or Malcolm X or whatever you want to call him, sucking Amir Khan off on toe to toe. Total disgrace, Spencer Fearon. Trying to be hardcore, but you're not hardcore. They're trying to push Amir into the fight. You've got Johnny saying one thing, Spencer saying other. The Sky PR machine and IFL Sky Matchroom PR machine, they're out in full force. So as far as I'm concerned, it's an utter fucking joke. And I just want to finish off with White Chisora and Selby Warrington. Why would Eddie Hearn want to put White Chisora on the same night as Selby Warrington, 22nd of December? Total fucking disgrace from Matchroom if they do that. Total disgrace. They're trying to cut Frank off at knees, aren't they? But I won't be paying for any one of them. They're just trying to rip fans off 3 days before Christmas, and they're doing that to fans. Total fucking disgrace. But I want to finish off on Eddie Hearn. Now, Eddie, how many more times do you have to say that Povetkin is Ring Magazine number 3? He's only Ring Magazine number 3 because it's the poorest fucking era in world fucking boxing for heavyweights. Fucking Povetkin, Ring Magazine number 3. Total fucking and utter disgrace. 6'1.5", fucking podgy, fucking guy who was best wins Tacken 4 years ago. You should be ashamed of yourself, man, putting him in with Joshua. Well, you've got Joshua doing an interview today saying he wants Wilder, the date's set and all that. Well, fucking sign the fight then and pay him the proper money. He's got a belt. If he beats Fury, he's the main man, Wilder, innit? Or if Fury beats him, he's main man. You've got to fight him, Joshua. You can't keep making utter shite up. Get him fought. But, total disgrace. Brook Khan's going to be on 1st, 8th or 15th of December. Then you're going to have Bellew against Ersk, December or November, if it happens. And you're going to have Selby Warrington in the same month, and maybe Tyson Fury. So what we're going to have? 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6. 6 pay-per-views in 1 month. Yeah, it's like all these fucking shower of shit fucking give a fuck about the fans. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, we should all stream it. Shout out to my sponsors, K Official, the Tea Leaf Company, and Ali at Churchill's Tailors in Doncaster. Peace out. Keep on trucking, all you Porky fans. fuck for that. I've had enough tonight.